So anyway, back to basics. First and second gear wheelies, really feeling the back brake and getting that going. But anyway, on to the next little subject at hand. And ye old Underdog is thinking about getting a second bike, and it's interesting because obviously there's a wide myriad of bikes I can get. There's a wide myriad of bikes. There's bikes I've already had on my channel. If you look back at earlier videos, you'll see like me zipping around on the FZ09 when I first started moto vlogging. And those videos were fun. But you know, some of my earlier work, and some of the mic isn't as good. I got a better mic now, but you saw me back on the FZ09. And before this bike, there was the DRZ. The DRZ, one of the very most popular supermotos of all time, and there is a reason for that. It's a solid bike. They're borderline bulletproof. They've been around unchanged for 20 plus years, and you know, there's some good reason for that. Like, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. And also if they were to update it, they would have had to update the environmental regulations on the exhaust and stuff. It would have changed the profile of the bike. But I mean, it also would have added some things people wanted. But anyway, with those types of bikes I've had in my past, what type of bike would Underdog want? Well, gas prices are obscene, and I'm starting to commute to work more on my 701. And the one thing the 701 isn't great is kind of like wind protection. So I'm looking for something with a little bit better wind protection that I can commute on. So it's like, what would I be looking at? Would I be looking at some sort of cruiser? Another bike similar to the FZ? Well, I mean, one bike I had in mind, and it was almost love at first sight when I saw they were coming out with the model, even from the days of the prototype, was the Indian Scout FTR. That's the one that is based off their flat track, their retro flat track bike. And just the styling of that is fucking insane. Oh, okay. Well, maybe I won't go that way. Yeah, the styling of that is like insane. But in a lot of ways, that bike is very similar to the FZ09. And do I want to go that route? It's kind of a naked sport bike, although it does still maintain those very classic lines. That although it is a naked sport bike, it's got a little bit of a longer wheelbase, and still maintains that Indian type of charm, you know, like that more classic type of charm. So I mean, that had a lot of attraction to me. I'd have to see what type of windscreen, because then again, that bike also, as it comes, is like no windscreen, no wind protection, and that's like one of the things I'm kind of interested in when it comes to a bike, is being able to commute a little bit easier. Although that bike would also be nice, because I learned on the FZ09 in terms of doing wheelies and stuff like that. That's a bike I know I'd be able to wheelie. And they probably feel a lot like my FZ, although the wheelbase is a little longer, which in some ways might help it. Might make it a little less twitchy in the air because there's more bike. The FZ is very short, so I mean that's very high on my list. Also, I need a promotion at work or something to feel comfortable in today's inflationary times to be able to afford a bike. But there is that, and another bike kind of caught my eye. Harley redesigned the Sportster into this new model, the Sportster S. And I'm not really a Harley guy, or generally had I been a cruiser guy in general. But I tell you, the restyled Harley Sportster S really caught my eye. It's got plenty of power and everything. I'd have to see what type of windscreens are available on it, because as stock it doesn't really come with a windscreen. So, you know, and the specs of that Harley Sportster S are very close, and although you could give one or the other the win on some of the categories, is very close to the FTR. Horsepower and torque is close enough off where, you know, if you're not racing them head to head and you just hopped on one, you'd say like they feel similar. They'd have to feel similar. And although the Harley, a downside of that, besides I'd have to see what type of windscreens it has, is it has forward controls, like really far forward, which I'm not a huge fan of, which is why I don't generally ride a cruiser. But it's got like really far forward controls, and I'd have to, on an expensive bike, I'd have to add even more to the bike to get the kit that moves them back to a mid set. So I think with the mid set it'd probably feel pretty good to me. So I mean, those two bikes were in the lead, but recently I'd seen some videos on some more different Indians, and I've seen a couple bikes in there which are like very real contenders, and maybe even a little less money than those other two bikes I was talking about. Yeah, so like I said, less money than those other two bikes I was talking about, which would be the Indian Scout Bobber, like the blacked out version, and then they made more or less kind of a newer version of that, or just added another to the Indian line not long ago, which is the Indian Scout Rogue. And that bike is absolutely gorgeous. They finished blacking it out. It's even more blacked out than that bobber I was talking about. It's even more blacked out than the bobber. And one styling difference is it has a 19-inch front wheel, which just makes the bike look really good. Like that 19-inch front wheel really adds a lot of style to it with the black mags. And I'll tell you what, I'm looking at these different bikes, and man, I wish I had some money. I would like to go looking, but if I go looking, I might go and buy one and have a payment that I would struggle with right now. So there's time to think about it. Which of those bikes do you guys like? Besides Supermoto, what type of bikes do you guys own, or do you like? Comment down below. Right now I'm still gonna go around and, you know, fuck around some more. Why the flip not? Why the flip not is right. Ha! This is a busy road. Bad wheelie. Whoa! That popped better. That popped better. Hell yeah. Oh yeah, I'm fucking getting better at these second. Oh man. Woo-hoo-hoo. Yeah. Ah. I tell you what, second feels great. Well, anyway, thanks for coming out for a ride with me today. Doing some wheelies as always. If you join my other video, you can see what bike I was gonna get. Talking about cruisers, something new for the channel, something for commuting. Hey, it's all in good fun. Motorcycles were one big happy family, like I said. If you got a super moto, great. If you got something else, let me know what you guys got. If you guys got more than one bike, let me know. Comment below. If you got something that's good for commuting, drop a comment down below. Looking for different ideas. I think I got time before I come in any kind of money to make that decision. So, hey guys, like, comment, subscribe to my channel, Underdog Moto Mania. Until next time, guys, peace.